Day, ladies and gentlemen, little sisters and brothers. I decided to make a real quick pit stop to squash the remaining doubts you may have so we can finally pin our ears back and enjoy what information is given without doubt scrutiny. Here is irrefutable proof that you know, my theories of genetically diverse clones ascending upon the earth together in different dispensations. Here's irrefutable proof they're true, for the blood don't lie. According to the Public Library of Science, Genetics Department, and the U.S. National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health, under the history of African gene flow into Southern Europeans, Levantines, and Jews, April 21st, 2011. Cutting to the chase. Quote, we analyzed genome-wide polymorphism data from about 40 West Eurasian groups to show that almost all Southern Europeans have inherited 1 to 3% African ancestry with an average mixture date of around 55 generations ago, consistent with North African gene flow at the end of the Roman Empire and subsequent Arab migrations. Levantine groups harbor 4 to 15% African ancestry with an average mixture date of about 32 generations ago, consistent with the close political, economic, and cultural links with Egypt in the late Middle Ages. We also detect 3% to 5% sub-Saharan African ancestry in all 8 of the diverse Jewish populations that we analyze. For the Jewish admixture, we obtained an average estimated date of about 72 generations. This may reflect descent of these groups from a common ancestral population that already had some African ancestry prior to the Jewish diaspora. Example, bingo! So unless you can somehow, in some way, think of a way that all Southern European chicks, all the chicks in Cyprus, all the chicks in Israel, Iraq, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine, Syria, Turkey, Egypt, and Greece. Unless you are saying all of the chicks from these countries all of a sudden and out of the blue got real jungle fever for some big black African cock 72, 55, and 32 generations ago, all of these peoples are clones with the specific desired amount of African rootstock to make that particular race. So as you can genetically see, ladies and gentlemen, it is easy for me to believe the spirit of what's being said about their origins. But wait! Remember my understanding on how and when they released their upgraded replicas? You remember when we figured out the oxymoron use of war, death, disease, natural disasters, etc. to increase the population. I say it like that because who was feeling sexy while bombs are going off, trying to survive in refugee camps? Cholera is running rampant. Civilian men, women, and children are dying left and right. Civil revolts, foreign occupiers kicking in your doors, etc. Basically, sex should be the last thing on their mind with World War III on their front doorsteps. Well, if my theory is correct and we use this model of identification, question, what region on Earth should we see an oxymoron population explosion? Who said that? Who said Middle East? Right, little Miss Lady. Right. in a normal situation, the most unlikely place on the earth for a population explosion would be the Middle East. Guess what? Check out these headlines. Quote, the world's fastest growing populations are in the Middle East and Africa. That was World Economic Forum, May 2018. Here's another one. Quote, the impact of the population explosion in the Middle East and Africa. That was International Strategic Analysis, January 10th, 2017. Here's another one. Quote, Middle East. Population growth poses huge challenge for the Middle East and North Africa. That was the New York Times, January 2007. Example. What are the odds? All right. So, on the front end, ladies and gentlemen, they're letting us know that there was a pulse 72 generations ago of these mixtures of human beings that made up who we see today. There was another pulse 55 generations ago. Well, I mean, and they saying all of these people got it now. All of them got it. And there was another pulse, what did they say, 32 generations ago. All of the people got it. So unless, again, all the chicks, you know, they got a hankering for some of that BBC, you know, and they all got pregnant, those people have a desired amount to make their race. When you hear these percentages here and percentages there, I hear recipes. That's all I hear. Oh, this is a recipe how to make this fuck. Oh, sorry. This is a recipe how to make this guy. This is a recipe how this nation. This is a recipe how to make this nation. You add 2% of this, 3% of that, and 4% of this. That's all that's going on. There's no other way you can look at this with a normal gene flow, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if look at the world today, with you know, if people were, you know, having sex and across lines and this, that, and other, there's nowhere in the world you can determine a factor of what percentage a whole nation of people got. Hell no. These people are clones. Now, hopefully that has cleared up some things. So this week's videos, I needed to put that out. I needed to put this out first to get that doubt out, because I'm going to need for you to actually utilize all of the information that you know. And boy, we about to find out. Well, I'm about to, this next video, hopefully my God's will, back up what I just said, this video, basically. And then the next one, and we're going to back this up again, and we're going to get to Alexander the Great. Something about his bloodline that wasn't right. We caught him. We got him. But I'm going to need for you to go in it without the doubt, to just understand the information. And yeah, without a doubt, you'll see. Without a doubt. I don't want to give anything away. All right. I know I'm rambling. My God's will, look for the next.